you ever feel like doing that?
Hello.
Oh,
Okay. I thought maybe there would be a countdown or something.
guess not. We're
It didn't happen.
straight to live.
No, listen. We know everything that we need to do. We're going to communicate 100% with you, end to end. We can answer all kinds of questions about the Into the Dark stuff. We've played several games ourselves, but the purpose of this stream, in advance of next week's streams, if you can believe it, is to get the last bits of our terrain ready so that I can teach Keek and Mike, because Eric is already an expert, having won 2 out of 3 games. He doesn't need any more help. There's nothing I can teach him.
Listen, sometimes you're just good.
Sometimes you're just born good. Talp, don't worry. I'm going to hook it all up. But the main thing is, next week, more streams, playing the game, learning how to play, learning all the basics, exploring the 2 teams, the Imperial Navy Breachers and the Kroot Farstrider Kin Band, who are deliciously intertwined mechanically. Like my scalp tingles.
I'm still
Just
feeling,
preemptively.
I'm still feeling really good about the Imperial Navy. I love those.
We can go into it. We can go into it at length. Now, that being said, do you have a shot over here of any of this stuff right on the front? Because
I want to know what we're painting and how you've gotten to this point so far.
Listen, hopefully we can sort of like travel through a few of these pieces in the couple hours that we have, because I have brought the rest of this set with me on multiple trips over to Spokane.
Oh, I've seen. I've gotten pictures.
Yes, and painted. Like I was in your DMs, but with pictures of terrain.
But I was so happy because you were like, "Hey, look at this. Does this look good? This looks great." I'm like, "Yeah, it looks real good." Like,
yeah, it's good. So, but this is the thing. So this is what you have to understand, just by way of explaining things to Talp. So, Into the Dark is essentially it's the next direction for how Kill Team works. So Kill Team, the new version, sometimes called Kill Team 2.0, is a completely different system than the Kill Team, which is sometimes called Kill Team 2018, that we used to play. We have
all the time.
We have played more. We have played more of the older version of Kill Team, I think, than we have played anything else.
I think so. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah, and specifically, we really, really fell in love with a mode that got released near the end of its life, called Arena. Arena basically was the Kill Team experience boiled super down. I mean, not everyone felt the same way that we did about it.
No, but there were so many things that I really loved about it. One, because we go to all the conventions, right?
Yes,
so we
fast setup,
and there were alleys, and everything was ready to go out of the box.
Exactly right. So instead of, you have terrain that you set up inside the board.
Yeah.
But really, a lot of the terrain and layout was laid out on the battle board itself. And when they went to the new Kill Team, it went back into the open areas, which it's like we were very specific.
Yeah.
Like the Kill Team experience that we had spent so much time with, in my opinion, and I think there's very specific rules to back it up. This is everything that we loved about Arena, except better.
100%.
Because those boards, they can't actually be changed.
Right.
I mean, you can move the scatter terrain and stuff around, but the boards and their basic function is always going to be the same. With this stuff, these corner pieces, it's almost like I set this up to show them, but that's not it.
Oh, it's so good on
I'm
that camera.
telling you, this is basically wargame Legos.
Yeah.
And you can grab these chunks, and obviously, inside the manual, there's like 24 or so. Is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah. There is a heap here. Let me make absolutely sure, because is it 12 and 12?
I would assume that sounds about right.
I mean,
but
historically, it is. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe closer to 18.
Sure.
but
Still a lot.
it's yes, exactly. So,
Okay, so 18.
18 total, and
18,
then
24,
each of these
great.
scenarios basically shows a maze that you construct before you play out of these pieces.
Yep.
So getting this set together gives you so many cool scenarios and so much headroom for them to play around with as a design space. Well, the cameras are doing it again.
know.
This is not even done,
Yeah. We still have a lot to paint.
right? Hey, so Gao.
Gao. Thousand Suns, done.
Yeah, well,
sorry, I'm a Thousand Suns. I'm a Thousand Suns player.
Everybody loves the Warp Covenant.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the Death Guard, especially the bubonic Astartes, like the
absolutely.
actual, they move a little bit slower, and so if you're talking about an outdoor kill team scenario where you have to scale a lot of terrain, obviously, you're moving up, and then you got to use your other AP to move up and then dash because you have to get up on top of stuff. I think Death Guard is going to be horrible.
Oh yeah.
To deal with inside these corridors.
Until they come against my Thousand Suns, who are just going to flame them.
No. It's going to be really bad. There's going to be obviously some psychic torment.
Psychic damage, warp flamers. I mean, what's not to love?
Missed calls, even just annoying things.
Yeah.
But the other one that I think is going to be really interesting is that the very first box for the new kill team, the Orc Commandos, they have a unit called a Breacha Boy, who has the capacity. I mean, it's unique to them, but they have the capacity to just go through terrain, which I think is going to make them kind of a cool standout, like trickster army to play in here. That's my feeling. But listen, we got to get to work. Is what we got to do. Oh, so Ravener, you are also you're also an enthusiast for the Thousand Suns. Yeah.
Asshole!
No. Yeah.
Your Voldemort won?
I love it. I love it, actually. Oh yeah, Thoth, you and I are on the same page. I think commandos they're built for this terrain for sure. But here.
Yeah, Magnus was right.
Yeah, exactly. Magnus did nothing wrong, I think is the. Here we go. Now grab that, and then let's get.
I want to. So take me to how you got to this point.
Absolutely, I'm going to hook you up. And so one of the cool things about this terrain, in my opinion, is that it really is like. It's like a submarine, or it's like a.
Well, because we're in a Space Hulk, right?
Exactly right.
I'm noticing a lot of blues that you really put on as the base.
Yeah, exactly right. So it has sort of like a rose gold spray along the base typically, and then a shinier, more metallic blue on the top. And the version of the Gallowdark, which is where the first expansion sort of introduces. Theirs is very it has a lot of verdigris, a lot like chunky rust and things like that. I want the one that we have on our table. I want to be like eerie and uncanny, and it's like you expect more people to be there. I want it to be like a haunted house type situation, and so mine's a little bit different.
I mean, I love how you put that, because with the terrain I'm building with my friend Lane for the streams next week.
Oh, you should understand, people, that there's like a diorama.
Yeah.
This is going to be like
we're coming in hard.
We have never even attempted to go this hard. Custom piece of back-end technology.
Yeah.
So that because our fantasy is that this is going to be as legible as we can make a war game stream.
Right. And like it's great that you say ghost, haunted.
Yes.
Because we're putting in LEDs, but we're also like, well, can we get dry ice?
Yeah.
What if we fog it?
Is
that a thing?
Yeah, get the frog machine.
Yeah.
So the basic idea. Let me set this over here right there. It's so funny because up on there it looks like you're just handling a circuit board.
I know.
Because it has all those cool.
Look at the pipes.
Those cool metallics, right?
Look at the tubes.
Yeah. Oh, here. So here's the basic idea. You're gonna see, in terms of the modeling, how they put it together, you're gonna see a lot of the same things in different places. Now, sometimes, if you look over here, right, sometimes they're gonna be decrepit, sometimes they'll be, down in the corner or something like this. But you see these gauges, you see these sort of double arch devices, specific types of screens. You're gonna see it's very industrial, and as a result, things are repeated a lot.
Right.
So once you figure out your theme, and I'll go into sort of the color mechanisms here in a second. Once you figure out your theme, you really can like just procedurally come in and go hog wild, right? So pipes anywhere beyond like a medium size pipe like this is Mephiston Red
Okay.
with a band of lead belcher, or if you really want to pop it, do rune fang, and then
Right.
and then just over the rune fang and around the top of the edge, just a little stripe of agrax, just to add depth on both sides. Anything else that is a machine is all Balthazar gold.
Okay.
That gets dropped down with agrax. And
You're going with Agrax instead of Gnome.
exactly.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
a little bit more, a little brighter.
Yep.
And then you come over the top of that with the Auric gold.
Ooh,
just
okay.
around,
Just
like,
a little brush, a little dry brush around it?
Well, no, just around the tops.
Yeah.
Because I want to imply very strongly like the omnipresence of a dim sodium light. A lot of the pieces have that.
Oh, yeah.
Have these as well. These are easy peas. Any of these sodium type lights or these bars, they just get eoned in yellow.
Oh, that's
Like,
great.
It's a contrast, and so when it flows in there, it gives you a bunch of like variation and that yellow orange type light.
Okay.
And so then for the rest of the stuff at the top of any arches, we just come over and do Auric, Auric Benson. Maybe that'll be the new one.
That's the next name
Exactly. So
iteration.
go ahead and flip it over.
Yep.
And then you'll see on this side.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So these are a little bit more busted over here on the left, but you can see any gauge, any gear.
Yep.
These gauges, obviously in the back, they're going to get brought down with agrax, but anything that's raised, all these circles, anything like you would see like as a guide in a submarine or something like that,
yeah, it's
that
fun.
all gets Auric around the ring, and then we go in and we have no choice but to put the red needle in. It's just that's how we're living. That's how we're going to get it
love
done.
it.
And so, and it's the same policy for these larger ones here.
Well, I'm noticing a little bit of, I don't know if this was on purpose,
Yeah.
or like some of these rings have some like lead belcher or some silver on there, on mine. And
Yeah.
I actually like that because it's almost withered, weathered, excuse me.
Exactly. No, it's and like I say, when you're over there going hog wild, I mean, absolutely, give it some more.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of variation off of this base. But basically, any of these larger pipes, they're red with those bands.
Yep.
Any of these sort of connecting pressure things, those are also Balthazar gold. And any of these connectors down here, that's all lead belcher that it gets brought down as well. So, I mean, basically at this point, it's color by numbers. And then, I liked just up at the top, I was using lead belcher as well on the wires. But that's
Okay.
it. And then these, anything that sort of stands out like this, I like to hit the top and come down on the edges a little bit with the Auric gold. Again, just because we want the light to seem like it's always sort of flickering around there, right?
Love it.
Gucci gang,
Great.
let's get it. Here, and I'm gonna set up. Oh, you've been going in for the Lumineth. Is that from the new set, Saint?
Ooh, yeah, I love Lumineth. Oh,
Arcane. Well, yeah, you like an elf.
I love the elves.
You like
I mean,
an elf.
listen,
I respect it.
if I don't have my Slaves of Darkness, it's going to be Lumineth.
Yeah.
Those are my factions.
That's so funny. It's like so you there's nothing in the middle for you. It's either
There's no middle ground.
Chaos.
No. It's either chaos or heavy. Oh, well, I guess Holy Light could have been,
Chaos.
Stormcast, right?
Yeah. There's a little glint there. There's a little glint. But yeah, I mean, basically we're going. Oh, any skulls and things like that? They get the same agrax treatment as the rest of those.
Hey, you want to pass me my what was that yellow that we're putting on these lights?
Yes, the Ayondan yellow.
Yeah.
From the contrast range. Like I say, it actually totally works. Trump, thank you so much. Yeah, that's all due to Mr. Eric Benson here, and then expertly, all of our sponsored streams.
Oh.
And then expertly manifested in the real world by Josh, and then Ghost on the cam. We love to see it.
You love to see it.
Right here, so this is what I found out. So I found out a couple important things.
Well, I have now found out that terrain is your thing.
This
This is
what I
huge.
want. Like, it's like you invite friends over, and it's
Yeah.
like, and you want to like cook for them.
Yeah.
Right. For me, making sure that the rest of the table looks good. This is something that I can do for my friends, right? That's like me making the bolognese, right?
Yeah, terrain is your jam.
It is. It absolutely is. I'm gonna get some of that goo myself. You know, see, Brad, and then, you know, like with any other contrast, I mean, again, not an expert, but I have been painting this stuff for a couple weeks.
So talk to me about how you properly use contrast.
Oh, well, I just learned this from Kiko, which is just that you wanna kind of overuse it.
Yeah.
You really want it to flow in there. You think the purpose is sort of like a wash.
Yeah.
Yes, Saint, that is very, very well put. The terrain, when it's popping, it's just like great audio design. Mm-hmm. No one gives it any credit. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
But everything is better.
With terrain?
Well, yeah, basically. Everything is exquisite. Everything is like elevated in the same way that like Kiko is just like, hey, yeah, I'm done playing. I'm done playing unpainted. I'm just not doing it anymore, and I completely get it. And it's a similar process here. I want the table to be. I want it to be a place, right?
I want to live in it.
Yeah.
I want it to be my home.
Well, I don't necessarily want to live in the mortal realms. It's
You don't think it'd be that fun?
no,
It wouldn't be survivable or enjoyable,
no,
so to speak?
I think it would be a negative experience. Oh yeah, Crimson. That's absolutely true. When you have the local spot that has the terrain all ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get back to
Waystone?
Waystone.
Yep,
I hope those kids are doing okay.
I think they are. Okay, so I've got these little bulbs. Look at the bulbs. Is that how you like your bulbs?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly how I'd use it.
Okay. So what's next on this this little beautiful piece here?
All right, so where have I left that one? Let's see.
I got a lot of TVs here, or tubes,
Yes, I was
and
just
I
gonna say.
really want to do something with them.
Oh, here. I have one more piece of information for you, and it's an easy one.
Great.
Mike's home terrain, Spidey Mark, is actually very similar to the terrain that Eric and I have played on, which was all stuff from the kitchen cabinets.
Yeah.
Wargaming must continue. I'm here to tell you right now that for me, in terms of a spooky ghost glow.
Ooh, is this spooky ghost contrast?
Yes.
Oh, Tesseract glow.
Tesseract glow. So obviously I'm a Necron player. And so I have a lot of Tesseract glow laying around.
Yep.
But that's another really nice step. I mean, Tesseract glow, just in terms of like contrast paints, like it's a tool. I think contrast paints go really far, especially with like super talented painters. Like they can pull some really crazy stuff out of
amazing.
there. That's not where I am at necessarily.
Yet.
I love to watch.
You gotta say yet.
Yet. I love to watch their videos. And I love to, I like to, build my skills up when I can. But the main thing, in terms of like really like saving time on cool effects,
Yep.
I love a Grelin Mud.
Ooh, yeah, that's a blast to
basing.
use.
I love Astro Granite. That's another lifesaver on the base. So those are the two technicals. And then I really, really like a base coat of Wraithbone
Yep.
with an overcoat of Aethermatic Blue.
Oh, it's delightful, isn't it?
Aethermatic Blue, you can pull off really nice verdigris. Again, like even at like my level, you can pull off a really nice two-step verdigris type thing.
Oh yeah.
But the plasma effect that you can get out of just Wraithbone and a couple coats of Aethermatic Blue is you will feel like a very talented person.
Yeah, exactly.
You will feel like a YouTuber. Yeah, Lego can absolutely make decent RPG terrain. I have
100%.
I have used that powerful technique as well. Yes, that's part of the joke. I do have a YouTube channel, but it is definitely not given over to my incredible painting.
That's not what we're selling it on.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear on that.
You gotta jigger this whole thing.
Yeah. No, I had such a great time talking to Mike today. He's really excited to come for the Learn to Play stream and see how it goes, because he's painting super hard on a full. I mean, he's getting up to
Black Templars.
Well, he's getting up to $1,000 on.
I know.
On
I
Black
know.
Templars.
Oh, I know.
Right.
It's great.
And more than that, he's doing things that even I find a little bit intimidating. It's like,
Well, yeah, because he can paint.
well, he can paint too. No. I don't mean the painting. I mean, he's going to Warhammer Nights.
Oh yeah, I was there. We went
At
over
local
the
game
bridge.
stores. Yeah,
It was
dude,
great.
he said you were there.
Yeah.
But like that's a huge development in my opinion.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a blast.
Like, this is the thing, but this is the difference between Mike and I, right? Mike is very much like, I like to play fighting games against my friends, right? But I would go with Mike to the arcade where he could play fighting games against other people.
Oh, okay.
And so I have always sort of lived vicariously through him, but I should have known that
I mean, this is the same concept, right? Just different.
It is, but you find out, in fact, tomorrow's strip is about this. You find out very quickly what rules you thought were real,
Right.
you thought were actual rules and are not.
Right.
So they were under the impression. So you know how, and this I will put this out to the.
Are we gonna go into the?
I will put this out to the
melee
chat.
combat?
No. Well, actually, yes. This is actually connected to that. So you know how if you are engaged
Yeah.
with an enemy,
Yeah.
it's a happy day.
Yeah.
Anytime we see that. But imagine a scenario where you are within a half inch of a ally who is engaged. They can also fight.
Yeah.
But the way that they understood it at Mike's house.
Oh, yeah. It was. This is interesting.
Did you see it in real life?
Well, yeah. I was the one opening the core rulebook and saying this is how it's supposed to be done.
Okay, that's so funny. I was going to say, because that's the whole strip.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Is this dynamic?
Yeah.
But, yeah, basically, they were under the impression that it wasn't about engagement. It's like, can you fight?
Yes.
Well, then I just need to be within a half inch of you.
Yeah. And I was like, no.
And so these guys were, they were chaining units all the way across the board.
Well, no, because what happened was Grimaldus got run into a unit of 20 of the Necrons. Oh. So Gabe wanted to literally have all of those 20 units.
All Necrons, even Necrons from home that he hadn't
they
painted
were
yet.
like kind of phoning it in. There's a couple in the back were having like a sandwich, and he wanted them to fight.
That's what he was saying. He said they were like completely in the back of the board.
And I'm like, nah, this is the I don't know, I get a lot of rules wrong, but this is the one rule I get right.
I feel comfortable
Yeah.
heating you on this particular one.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just going to say, Saint, there was some issues around piling in as well.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to communicate these things to him, and then I was like, yeah, I mean, now imagine someone who can consolidate 6 inches.
Yeah.
And he was, correctly, terrified.
Yeah. Like, I'll get line of sight stuff mixed up all day long because of all the games we play. But
Oh yeah, well LOS is one of the main things that distinguishes games. Everybody has a different relationship.
okay, Tesseract Glow is just delightful.
Dude, isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool? Do you have a camera? Do you have an over-the-top camera for him?
If not, I can.
Oh yeah, here, let's put it over here because I know it's right here.
We do.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Woo!
Right?
fun.
Tesseract Glow, dude. It jumps out of all that brass,
Yep.
and then when you come in with the gold highlights, it's just gonna sing.
Fo, what's going on?
Hey, Fo, how you doing? It's just gonna sing. Well, here, Jazzbull, if you want to know how piling in works, I guarantee you somebody in this chat is gonna know. But I think that piling in and consolidating, especially like when you're first learning,
Oh yeah. It's a yeah.
like these ideas, it's like the morale phase. It's like for a long time we didn't learn the morale phase because we weren't really getting to it. Whole units were getting wiped out at once, right? So it wasn't a situation that we had to learn in the same way.
Oh, right. So Mike's gonna play in the learn to play game, right?
Yes.
And this is the best because I want to see him learn. I want to see him go through everything we went through learning Kill Team.
Well, he will.
And just the enjoyment of it.
Well, yeah.
But then, so the second stream, he's gonna play in the free for all as well.
That's my understanding. I was like, hey, can you come to these streams? And he said yes. So yes.
This is even better. I want to see the arc of learn to play to open play.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, I'm going to be on one side, and then he and Keek are going to be on the other side.
Awesome.
Right? So that they have a chance to confer, fabulize.
All right, so I got my TVs glowing. What do you want me to do next on these bad boys?
All right, let's take a look. I mean, we're most of the way here, I think. What I would do now is I would get in there.
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
There was an aesthetic consideration I wanted to talk to you about. So this cool screen.
I love it. The little radar.
Yeah, I was going to say, now, do we think that is that part of the other screen array? Like, does it get Wraithbone, and then we let the Tesseract glow get down into those whorls and give you something like a UI?
Yeah, well, I think that and maybe either go over inside the little crevices, so it makes it with like a black or like a black or just
basically give yourself two tones
or a gnome, so it looks like there's like those old
it jumps out
submarine maps.
We want that weird glow in there.
Do you have Wraithbone over there?
I got the Wraithbone.
You got that Wraithbone?
You know I do.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah, especially because Wraithbone is sort of like the
make one screen blue, crimson.
You certainly could.
We could.
I was going to say, like, the Aethermatic is going to do exactly what you like from there. Yeah, BS, it's a blue screen of death.
Oof.
Except literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Baka, we got to get in the whorls. We can't have a situation where a whorl is not gotten down into. That's not how we do it. Thunder Nimbus, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm just excited. I'm excited to show them what I think is neat about Kill Team.
Everything we've loved for the past several years.
Well,
right?
Exactly, right? But we've also had a chance to, play a few games of Into the Dark.
Oh, yeah.
Early. We could not wait until the terrain was painted.
No, are you kidding me?
It was too interesting.
No, it was too tempting.
We had to go. But yeah, so if you're wondering who is going to be, what factions or, what kill teams you'll be able to see in the play stream and the learn stream, we're going to be using the same ones so that those key learnings can be brought over, right? But the two that are in Kill Team Into the Dark are as follows. One is the Imperial Navy Breachers. So, ironically, we have seen the Imperial Navy on these streams before, but it was in Aeronautica Imperialis.
Exactly.
Right? So beyond that, they have a fascinating play style. They have a couple really interesting properties that are faction-wide that they can take advantage of that I think the subtleties of we didn't understand until the third game.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thinking specifically about Breach and Clear.
I had a blast that last game. I didn't even win it. I did not win. You
didn't win it.
won, But I felt like I won.
Well, I felt like you won too, because
Gigaloop.
you cracked the
code.
You cracked the code on breach and clear. Again, we're not going to go into stat lines, but we can talk about what it means to be an Imperial Navy breacher, and what it means functionally. Is that Imperial Navy breachers are almost like they're like elite SEALs or SAS. So it's all close quarters tactics executed by people who know exactly what they're doing, and so they have the ability to essentially set up. So there's a property inside Kill Team, generally called GA.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a stat. And I didn't really understand this at first, but that's because I wasn't thinking far enough ahead.
Exactly.
In the game system, right? I wasn't thinking about what they would be doing with it later. But basically what GA means is how many of something you activate.
I mean, it's a group activation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
GA, if you will.
Some call it GA.
But some do. And we resent those people. But basically, certain types of units, like an Imperial Guard, let's say, like when I'm playing my Gene Stealer Colts.
Oh, yeah.
Smaller units that aren't necessarily as tough have the ability to activate in sequence. But it's built right into their character sheet. Imperial Navy breachers are so talented that it's just something they can activate.
Inherent.
It's inherent.
Yeah.
And if I'm starting out my activation by someone else, I can. It's like it models basically like the tap on the shoulder or like the hand signs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It basically
And
shows
that's what
the
it
hand
felt
signs.
like, especially into
That's
the
what
dark.
it felt like being attacked by them.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. But as we were, because with all of the terrain set up and the alleys made and the lanes set,
Yes.
that's exactly what it feels like when you're playing and how it plays out in your head.
Yeah. Oh, man, now I'm just thinking about that game.
Yeah, because I was going from like pipe to pipe, right, or like circuit to like wall obstruction, and literally just maneuvering around the board.
Well, but again, like the genius part of it, like the part that made it feel really special and really cool, was that you were essentially using those GA movements to burn through your activations, and then there is a special technique. It's a type of turn you can take with a unit that's already gone called Overwatch. So the way Overwatch gets modeled in Kill Team is that if the turn would go back to you and you don't have a model to activate, you can have one of your existing models that already has an engagement token and has acted. They get to shoot again. Now their role is a little bit worse, but you had.
Oh, I didn't mind.
No, of course not. But that's when we understood what breach and clear can do. So it let you go again with, like, you have two units that legitimately terrify
Oh
me.
yeah, it was delightful.
But essentially you have, like an Imperial Guardsman type character with a las gun at the end of this corridor that got to go again.
Yeah.
And it has properties that let it re-roll lots of dice. So it kills people when it opens up.
It was thoroughly enjoyable. Let me tell you.
But this is the thing, like, it was so cool that I couldn't even be mad. Right? It was so cool that I was like, yeah, fair play.
Right. And it was so cool when I was just killing all you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
I loved it.
It was exquisite.
Yeah.
Like, and it was.
But you still won that match.
It was masterful.
Which was really fun.
Yes. Yeah. I was eventually able to do it. I had some key sacrifices. My kill broker, who is sort of the leader of that group, has some interesting things they can do in the strategic phase.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
I can't wait to show it off to everybody on the stream. That's going to be.
Yeah. But Tleb, listen, like I say, we have played a bunch. We have played the Farstalker Kin Band. We have played the Imperial Navy Breachers. We have built this terrain in multiple configurations over and over. I'd be more than happy to hook you up, drop some science on you. Yeah, so Gigaloop, I dry brushed these bad boys previously with some rune thing to give them a scrapey metal look. And I enjoyed it. And like I say, I mean, we're painting these right here. Eric and I are doing the same one. That we'll be able to compare and lay these out for you here in a sec. But the set includes many, many, many bulkheads like these.
Have we shown them the door yet?
Well, we do have another
we
piece.
have some hatches.
We do have another piece. Well, here. So, Ghost, you got something pointed over here?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on. Just show it off. It's so...
Not like that.
Can't bring them anywhere, folks.
Here you go. Here, I'll put it down here.
Man, how do you get through that? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we going to do?
So this is part and parcel of the arena stuff. Like this around doors, the specific.
I see no way through this.
Interactions. Well, basically, I lied actually, Eric. This is a solid piece of plastic. It's a bulkhead. None may enter. Wait. Oh. Yes.
So cool.
Anyway, and there's a bunch of different ones. Like, so that's like that round one, but then here is the more, traditional style.
Yep. Oh, look at it. So much fun. It's so much fun.
Anyway, but there's actually rules in the game. Like, this is the best part, because I know that anybody who plays war games is already like at the head end. This is what I'm talking about, Sasa. At the head end, you're like, okay, I can't wait for these rules to be a huge pain. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And they are
not. 100% not.
They are not. In fact, they are
Delightful.
really cool and fun and easy. While you're on a move, because this was a huge issue in the other kill team, right?
Yeah.
When you're on a move, opening the door can be part of your move.
Yeah.
Like that first round in the other kill team was always really weird, especially in arena, right?
Yeah, the pre-orders open up on the 3rd. And there's some pretty cool goodies that we'll show off next week that you get if you pre-order.
But I didn't have a chance to pre-order. I was doing the sponsored stream.
But sorry.
Yeah.
You'll have a chance on the 3rd.
God, I guess you're right.
Just saying.
But it's like, I can't imagine a universe where I try to paint those Imperial Navy breachers anywhere to the level that Kiko...
Oh, no.
Gathered
no
Throng,
way.
You are in for such a treat when you... Oh, Eric, that looks really cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm not saying it's cool.
That
but
looks really cool.
Yeah. All right, so what do you want me to do next on this lovely piece of terrain?
All right, here. So, it looks like we're getting close here. I would say that it's time to... It looks... Dude, it looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
So I would say now it's time to hit the tops of these arches with... here.
With some gold?
I'm going to have to... I'll show you what I mean. Okay, it's a very specific thing that I did on the other ones. Right?
Okay. Was it a dry brush? Did you edge it?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll show you exactly what I did. Yes, Goblinome. Now, canny viewers of the stream may recall...
Me having a heart attack.
Yes, well, yes. But you're on medication. Yeah. May recall Kiko working very hard behind a screen, and now I can exclusively reveal that he was, in fact... snipping out and purifying the plastic for the Imperial Navy breachers. Okay, so this is what I've been doing, right? We hit this up here with a little gold,
Oh, you like just the edge? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And then we just have a little bit of a light cast down
That's cute.
around the edge. You can sort of go down as far as you want, but
Yeah.
these are the golden arches, millions served.
Man.
Right?
You have to bring that up. I could go for some fries right now.
I'm starving, honestly. But this is what we're talking
I
about.
love it. I love that concept.
Right?
Okay.
Here, I'll just put it up here. So we're talking about this. Over her, I'm looking for a subtle gold overlight type effect, right? We just want everything. It's a haunted house. We want everything to have this omnipresent overhead light coming down.
Oh, so
yeah.
you're finally coming into agreement with the Omnisci.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I get to get you. Would you like some of my Adeptus Mechanicus minions now that you have taken the good word?
No, I would like that anyway because they put out that Hunter Clade.
I know.
So there's a whole way to play. Oh, and I slept on that. Gosh, there's a new Gene Stealer cult. It's Worm something. I'm trying to remember what it is. But because it was mostly like it had a big range focus, and I'm like, what? What are we doing? I like the saws. I like to come down with the saw and the drill.
Yeah.
But
I remember. It hurt. It stung.
It's Wormblade. But the Wormblade is eating it up at tournaments. I guess it's actually awesome in Kill Team. I guess this way of playing it is actually super cool. Yeah. Now Necrons. Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, I mean, what are the Adeptus Mechanicus actually worshiping on Mars? It's worth considering.
Hey. Listen.
It's worth thinking about.
Want to get into a fight over this?
No.
We got a table for it.
No, exactly. I was just gonna say let's do a battle on a Tuesday, and we'll take it to the hoop. Take it
to the limit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Ravener is exactly right. Because I mean, we're not privy to anything beyond Into the Dark. We don't have any knowledge of, right? But they just put up, and that's the funny thing. It's like we have sponsored streams for the box set, but I still go to Warcom to see to see what else is coming up. So this is like these bulkheads and this type of stuff. This is like the most normal these Into the Dark style sets are going to get.
Oh yeah.
They've committed to essentially what looks to be like a year with quarterly drops of terrain and teams. And the Galadark is apparently something you could spend an entire lifetime exploring.
Absolutely.
So what other
wait.
train chunks, like I would like to build a collection of this type of stuff.
Me too.
Like of modular terrain that you could build different types of scenarios with. But I'm overjoyed just to see that whenever you're getting into something, you want it to have support.
Right.
Like you want to feel like you're getting in at the right time.
Right.
And they did something similar with the Gur.
Yes,
The Warcry stuff.
That
they've
new
committed to
box is
essentially.
beautiful,
Well, that looks
yeah.
great. I'll paint that terrain.
When we were down at Over the Brick,
Yes.
there were some people playing, and the terrain just looked just.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture on there.
Delightful.
I saw a picture on that. It was on their Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, especially the new. I mean, there's a new Kill Team and a new Warcry, and they're both like 1.5s, right? I mean, they're both moving it forward. I think that Warcry moving into that space with the counters, like with the generalized counters, but then the faction specific counters.
Right.
That makes me want to. That makes me curious. I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah. So.
Oh yeah, there's no question. I feel like we haven't seen Tyranids in a long time. Ravener, like we haven't seen them. I mean, they got the codex, but in terms of like new units and new fiction, we haven't really
Got much.
explored them that much.
Yeah.
I think that, especially given the Space Hulk sort of origins of all of this Galadark stuff, I think it would be shocking if there wasn't a NID. Like a NID kill team would be so fun.
Or like a terrain based around it too.
Well,
like,
exactly,
you
and
know.
that's what Ravener is saying.
Talp, it was Morgan who played the Tyranids.
Yeah, I still feel bad about that.
Me too.
I miscalculated some of those rules. There's nobody in our local group that plays NIDS. Like,
Yeah. But she said she's happy to come up and play again.
Well,
so
I'd
I think we need to make that happen.
I'd love to see her. I mean,
I
hopefully
want a
she'll
rematch.
Well, hopefully she'll have. Well, now there's a whole new way to play it too.
Oh yeah.
And my understanding is that even the Compendium Tyranid team is legit. It's pretty evil, I guess.
I gotta say,
Morgan's the best.
I really enjoy painting with friends.
Oh no, this is the whole thing, dude.
It's the best.
It can be really lonely.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. It's like it's ironically lonely because the whole game is something that you play with friends. But then you get stuck doing this kind of thing. But man, if we were working on terrain sets together, we can do this every couple months if you want. I mean, just imagine what it'll be like building this collection of terrain that we can put together. And then I bet the tournament packets for the new kill team will be amazing.
That'd be great.
Well, it's just going to be like, even if we're not doing full tournaments, there's just going to be great scenarios in there for us to enjoy with our existing, with the terrain we have at home.
Yeah.
When Mom says there's terrain at home, Sasa Chaz, I know the person who makes that game. Believe it or not.
So what?
And we're talking online.
What do you got next? What do you think? What do you want to do next here?
Gosh, man, it's looking so
I mean, look at that. That gold looks great up at the.
Here. Let me get the old specs.
Oh,
The
yeah.
old specs on there.
So I put a little bit more gold up here.
Yeah.
Because it's so close to
love
the
it.
light bar.
No, exactly right. That's killer. I love this. Yeah. So now what I would do with the gold highlights is come off of these like edges, just cast a little bit of light on the tops of these.
You want it with the Orc gold in there.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see when you see the rest of my terrain, you'll see what I'm going for.
I love it.
It does work. And then this and this and this and this. Oh, and then gold, the Auric gold, like those highlights, that gets touched around these rings.
Oh, you like it on the ring? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it on the ring, and then
I'm
the
picking up what you're
needle.
putting down.
The needle gets the red.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think Subnautica went pretty well for them.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, digital wargaming type stuff, I think that Games Workshop tends to think of games as extensions of the IP. They want that to be a place that people, tell and experience stories that are set in the larger
I want to try out
world.
the new one. The Tactic. Is it called Tactus?
Tacticus.
Tacticus. Yeah, that looked cool.
Tacticus is actually pretty nice. I just installed it earlier today at Mike's urging. Mike has lost his mind.
I know, it's great. This is the best.
Well, he never understood what I was talking about before. Like, a lot of people are cribbing this stuff. Yeah, Jerry, the art director. Don't tell Kiko. Oh, Spidey Mark said, "Look at this, Jerry, the art director."
Oh yeah, jeez, yeah. I mean, I am so thrilled.
I'm just having the best time.
Yeah, your painting has gone through the moon.
I just figured some stuff out,
Well,
man.
I think you just like the terrain. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is something that I can do, and you get so much use out of it. It's a very good place to spend time because it improves the whole experience. But no, I think in terms of 40K games, yeah, Tacticus on the mobile side.
Oh yeah.
But I think enough really can't be said about Darktide.
Ooh, no, I cannot wait.
Like, Fat Shark, they got it. They figured out what melee is supposed to be. It's like, I'm glad that they added the las and like the other, like, I'm glad that it has a more ranged component, but the melee stuff is still in there. Like, that's the thing that they mastered. Yeah, Darktide got, now hang on a second, BC, I think, but didn't Darktide get pushed a little bit? I heard that it's not quite as close as it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just, I totally understand. Imagine trying to make a video game right now.
Well, but I would rather have the game pushed and have it come out well than
Exactly right. And
any day of the week.
Well, yeah, and I don't want.
I will wait for something.
Exactly. I want the people that are making it to occasionally be able to see their pets.
Yeah.
November, perfect. Oh yeah, dude, it's on Game Pass too. That's the craziest
What?
part.
Come on.
That's the craziest part. That
How do you?
that day and date stuff. It's just wild. Now the only question is are you going to have Game Pass, or how are they going to handle parties?
What do you mean?
I mean, Dave and I had this issue when we were playing that Turbo Golf Racing, which is a super, super good time. Basically, is there going to be a situation where if I have it on Game Pass and somebody has it on Steam, I need it to be easy?
Sure.
What's that? It's not crossplay? Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I like it the other way. I like it the other way. All right, look at my Orc Gold. Now we're ready to go. Yeah, codes are the key, Telp. Party codes. That's how it should be.
So what we did with the terrain for the board,
Yeah, tell me more.
like we made it very dark because we wanted this to pop.
Yeah, exactly. And
also we're in a space Hulk, so it should be. We wanted it worn.
absolutely.
And
there's aspects of this that I didn't go super hard on because we want this to pop inside the terrain, and then we want the models to pop inside this inside the terrain, right?
So it's to see all of it come together. I think it's going to be just a delight.
Yeah, imagine a dark into the dark,
A dark into the dark. Yeah.
if you will. Okay.
Got that. Got that red over there.
Oh yeah, you need a Mephiston?
Yeah.
Enjoy. It's thick and rich. Did you put some mixing balls in there?
Not in this one,
Oh,
but several.
yeah. I don't have my wiggler, unfortunately. It's pretty rich.
Yeah, we're gonna
Thin that out a little bit.
thin it out. Get some.
No, Kos, I did not. I saw a tweet, but I did not go check it out.
For what?
Uncle Adam has a new game.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's going on wild. Be fun to see him again.
I want to put something together where we get some people to come into the studio
Well, I think so
and do a
too.
big thing, and that's on the table.
We should do it up right. But I mean, especially it'd be really fun because I know that he is definitely a war cry.
Oh yeah, he preaches
War cry is his thing.
the good word of war
I would
cry.
love to have him roll through
Exactly.
and
Just show us what he loves about it.
help us get it.
Yeah. I think it's funny. We're 100% kill team evangelists. He's the war cry.
Exactly. I just let's trade.
Yeah.
Let's do one stream where he teaches us that, and then we'll flip it,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have good terrain.
Well, that's for sure.
You know what I mean? But yeah, PvE, I would say that in the indie space, PvE, solo, co-op campaigns, that's a growth. Mm-hmm. That's just something that's happening right now. Oh, yeah, Talp, I mean, it's just something that's really fun and cool. And, you know, that's more or less how we have done things at Penny Arcade since forever, is just try to show off things that we think are neat. Mm-hmm. And just try to bring people along with us. Yeah, I think there's room for an RPG that is here. Didn't they just announce a new 40K? It's called like Imperium Maledictum, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is some really nice. There is some very, very nice licensed experiences now.
Ooh, that red looks great.
Oh, it against the brass and the gold, mm-hmm. it just pops so nice. Oh man, I'm getting real cranked up. I'm getting real cranked up painting these little dials, man. It feels all right. Imagine a dark heresy, indeed.
Whew.
Oh, Sassachez wants to know which red. We're using Mephiston Red.
Yeah.
I have found it a delight, mm-hmm. and it's also good for the eyepiece on the servo skulls.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just a tiny little dot in there, it'll do you.
A little dab will do you.
All right, I think that I want more, but so this is like my
candy.
No. Oh. This is like my super cheap, like $15 set of a million brushes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real cool.
And
you get it worked done with them.
That's how much they are worth. Like, after this project,
Dude, I bought you.
Oh, I still love
Citadel paintbrushes.
Well, no.
I'm just saying.
No, my tiny artificer that's still legit. Yeah, I know. That one's actually still in a good place. This line here is not the stuff. Yeah, no, you want to have bad brushes that you can beat up for certain types of crafting for sure.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think that's probably like all these are good for. It's time for me to.
I don't know. You've done pretty well so far.
Thanks, pal. Okay.
Look how good these things look.
I'm glad you think so. And I have a lot more in my bag, but
I've got a lot if you want them.
Yeah. I got a bunch of this stuff. But no, the main thing for me is that I think that it's time to start taking the brush part of it seriously. Like before this project, I just didn't get it. I didn't understand. I didn't understand like the real. I like that the Artificer one you got me was nice because it's my only fine, mm-hmm. like super fine, like eyeball type brush. Mm-hmm. But
there were three in three different sizes, and man, you are going to be delighted when you.
Yeah, I was just going to say now that I'm ready to do it.
Now that I feel ready.
Yeah, I am though. It's gonna work.
I think it's gonna be great.
And then Kiko had Kiko's got like he showed me the little soap container
Oh yeah.
And you like shape the brushes.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the soap. That's a thing. We won't respect you in the morning if you don't.
Yeah. Josh has it right there. Josh has dished it up. Oh God, Kiko is paint shaming me. Kiko is paint shaming me.
You're doing a
Man,
great job.
I'm scared.
You're doing a great job. Listen, you know.
So Keek, how are your tasks coming? God, I felt the heat of his gaze.
Yeah, the eye of
Too
Kikon
slow.
has
Oh
been-
yeah. Well, I mean, now we can announce it all. So when Kiko is working super hard on these Kroot.
They look utterly amazing. Everything he's put together is just mind-blowing. Those the hounds.
The Kroot Hounds, yeah. Well, the Kroot Hounds are so fun too. The Kroot Hounds are just a fun unit.
Oh yeah, but the way Kiko's painted them looks stunning.
Yeah, they're nasty.
This is where we overhype Kiko's painting, and they show up and they're just like 8-bit Lego
Listen,
paint.
if he could paint a fully three-dimensional object with pixels,
That'd be great.
I would still be impressed.
I would be, yeah, me too. No, they look absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, dude, Lou Diamonds, you won't believe it. The full range of the Farstalker kin band is stuffed with really cool abilities. One of them has a bird.
That's all you needed to know.
One of
It's
them
just a
has a
bird.
bird. That's all we're saying.
So I'm gonna do some more pipes.
Yeah, and then the only other thing is up at the very top.
Yep.
The
Talk to me.
cabling and stuff.
Yep.
I was just picking them out with a little lead belcher.
Love it.
Just to give them a little shine.
Love it.
The Spidey Mark, I would name the bird, but I can't because the bird has a name.
Yep.
It's called a Petra, and it's a interesting. That tracker has a good relationship with the bird, such that he can use it to manipulate,
I didn't appreciate it. Let me tell you.
to help allies or to expose foes. Like it's a really neat, really handy guy. See it help?
I mean, all of the little I don't want to say companion units, but
Oh yeah, like the little drones.
the drones. Oh,
The
come
cat
on,
unit
the
and the
Void Skull.
cat unit and the Geist Skull are
Geist
so
Skull,
cool.
yeah. Oh,
Oh my gosh, Sasa, look. I mean, once we get these done,
oh yeah. We should show how easy
I will
this
show
snaps
you.
together.
like I say, I mean, Legos for wargaming is the
Well, because you did something actually really cool on the bottom of these. You've
very cool.
labeled. Well, I mean, come on. Just humble. That's what they say. Jerry Humble Hawkins.
Yeah, exactly.
You labeled everything according to the book,
Oh yeah.
so you can literally just pull this stuff out.
Oh, it's actually on the overhead camera, right?
Yeah. See that A2?
Yeah.
That corresponds to the maps in the book.
Oh, yeah. You might be right, Keek. But what gender is the bird? That's what we need to know. But the cat unit is really interesting, and both of the drones have very unique powers that really take advantage of the breach and clear capability.
That has the.
That's got the mixing sphere. But yes, there is such a thing as a Petra. Mm-hmm. It's a cool bird.
Hey, it's a delightful bird until you're up against it, and then you just don't like it.
Because the bird is represented by a token, so you can't even shoot the bird.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit.
Mm-mm. A lot of resentment for the bird.
Wasn't getting treats from me that night.
No,
I tell you.
Yeah, no. It isn't a falcon situation. Like no bits of spring hair.
Right.
For this bad boy. It's kind of lookout bird rule. No. I like the rule call out, but basically he just gets placed within a certain distance of the character that the hunter that drives it around. Yes, the Corsairs do have a bird. Okay. I don't disagree, Goblino. Yeah, exactly. So the Kroot have a very birdy aspect. And they had just done their diet, just the way that they digest things, essentially allows them to incorporate. They're like a bio version of well, honestly, this is sort of Tyranid in that way. But the Kroot have this as well, where the whole idea for these Farstalker kin bands is that they go out, make a name for themselves, eat all kinds of delicious stuff, and then, the best case scenario is that they go home and get devoured by their clan and get all the genetic information that they brought in during their...
What a wild...
Like, that's their best case scenario.
Oh, that's nuts. That's dark. In my mind.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's great.
But that's quite the hook.
Whew. Is it? I can tell you.
Well, and it's very, like, the Kroot as sort of like
Borgy.
the Kroot as like a subset of the Tau is one thing.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the things that's cool about these sort of like smaller scale kill teams is that they can embroider tiny little places. They can tell small stories.
Exactly.
That aren't necessarily, galactic in scope every time. Yeah, exactly, Sasa. They basically communicate that to the rest of they communicate that genetic value to the rest of their kin. It's whacked. Okay. Couple more here. I think I'm going to put some more of that Aethermatic blue on there.
Yeah, I think I might do another dip as well.
Well, yeah, because it was sitting pretty high on there. That's going to sell it, I think, big time.
Big time.
Yeah, this is the thing, Crimson. When they say they have a year of content coming,
they mean it.
My suspicion is that there's some interesting similarities between Warcry and Kill Team.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I think that autonomous enemies that are doing their own stuff and aren't part of either team, that seems like a very natural... The whole thing is a haunted house, right? To me, that seems like a very natural progression and something to investigate mechanically. All right, I think it's time to go and get... See you, Spidey. It's our great pleasure. I mean, technically, these are Games Workshop's toys, but we are happy. We are pleased as punch to have a chance to paint them freak out about how cool they are. All right, now I gotta get that Mephiston.
Ooh, okay. All right. Man, it just looks great. Look at that. Look at those.
Yes,
Look at those.
dude, that's gonna be spooky. No, face painting I don't think exists in 40K.
What?
Well, Goblinum has got some theories, but I don't think that 40K has any face painting in it. I don't think that in the grim darkness of the far future there is face painting.
Like face painting? Like just
Like at the fair.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's like for some scary war reason, yeah, then you can do it.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, to look like a cat, I don't think that's.
Hey, whatever gets you through the grim dark. All right.
I'd
are you
I'd
shaming
be surprised.
people?
Yeah, Goblin was saying Harlequins then. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you can't
yeah.
tell them not to.
Well,
Dr. Faust Painting Clinic 40K only has balloon art. I love it.
man, I want more tubes to paint.
Well, listen,
They're just fun. All right.
you're gonna get your fill of tubes. Trust me. By the end of this, you're gonna be like, tubes?
Tubes. I got it.
No thanks. Not on my watch.
You know how many tubes I painted in my day? Let me tell you. Paint a lot of tubes.
So you're going in harder on some tubes?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
this is what I mean. Like that tube is ready to be painted red.
Yeah.
It wants to be. Okay. Some more of these needles in here.
Yeah. The needles are a blast.
Like, honestly, it's just not that bad. It's just not that hard to do.
Oh, it's super fun.
Yeah, once I figured out that I just had to take my glasses off,
That was it?
it absolutely is. I was just like, I guess I just can't physically do it because everything was, it was at the wrong point.
Really? Okay.
It was like things really felt like they were at the wrong point in space. Like I would be touching the brush to things that I had no intention of touching the brush to. I think it just has to do with my eyesight. And then I took the glasses off when I was painting my Locust Heavy Destroyers. And I was like, wait a second.
Wait, this is how it's supposed
Yeah,
to
man.
feel?
I just thought there was something wrong with me.
This whole time. I just said
Dude, I was so ashamed.
I'm in a different position. I want to get those magnifying that like headset thing. You know, whatever you call that little chestnut.
Oh yeah. Oh, the full on.
Yeah.
I want to get to the point where I'm using a jeweler's loop.
Yeah. Right.
I want to get all the way down in there.
A kill team creepy clown. Oh. That
Oh, we don't
seems
like
frightening.
it. We don't like it. Now,
It's like killer clowns from outer space. Oof. That scarred my childhood.
well, I was gonna say. I mean, I guess you probably know Crimson. You do commission work. I've seen your work. It's of a very high quality. Okay.
I know. I just like him because like I have horrible vision. So anything that gets me closer, and I don't have to do this little chestnut. You know, like put him right up to my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've inspired me to put more red on here. It
looks great.
No, it looks great. It needs a contrast. That's
It
probably why I started doing it. But it's like anytime, for me, it's just I love the Mechanicus palette.
me too.
Anytime you see that,
Well, remember
anytime
that-
you see that red and the gold, it drives me wild.
Remember when we sat down and we painted our first kill team with and like I was like, oh god, this red looks with the Adeptus, like with the Mechanicus
dude, that's
capes.
dude,
I was like, oh my god, I feel like I can actually paint.
But that's when we started worshiping Duncan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. He got me through
He
a
did.
lot.
He did great work for both of us on our on those first kill teams. They're amazing. They were so much fun.
Oh God, they were a blast.
Well, and like I say, and the best part is that, you know, in the modern era, both of those kill teams have rule updates.
I know, it's exciting.
Right? I'm saying that.
Why don't we bring them back?
I'm saying we can go back.
those-
You'll do the
those-
Hunter Clade. I'll do the Wormblade. Right?
Those teams hated each other with a passion.
I'm saying we can have that
I think
back.
we actually have like a legitimate novella we could write based on
yeah.
all of those games.
Well, the thing is, even the paint jobs I used your pots of paint to put trophies from your army on my
That hurt.
squads.
It was like, man, could you rub it in, twist the blade a little more?
I can't twist it anymore because you're mush.
You used my own
would I
paint
twist it in?
against me.
No, I think that, I mean, especially, again, and they both have custom new school rules. Like those are White Dwarf. But you know what? Those will be in the annual.
Oh yeah.
Both of those are going to get reprinted in that annual, which means it'll be easy to get our mitts on them. All right. I think that is where I need it to be. On that side. Mm-hmm. I'll just set it out here. And then I'll start working on the other side. Which is most of the way done. It just needs its gold highlights and its here we go. I don't know. I think that's going to be neat.
Can't paint what you can't see exactly, you.
Right?
Oh, God, it looks so great.
Let me throw this on here. It's just these cameras. Oh, boy. Yeah, Gene says we know all about it. Oh,
Look
here.
at that.
Well, and, you know, like I was saying before,
Just put them together.
I was just going to say, I mean, you can see...
Where's your little snappy pieces?
don't worry, I'll grab one. Okay. But I'm saying that basically this is how the system works, right? Is that you see these end pieces, they're all sort of configured to go together,
It's so great.
right? And then I made a bunch of these rusty caps,
Made these rusty caps.
right?
Look at that. Done. One long
See what
wall.
I mean? Then now it's like, this is solid now. It's not going anywhere, right? And then the other thing that you should know from here, yeah, throw it out to the front again. So the main thing you should know is that, so if you see, anytime you see something like this on the terrain, I mean, obviously it looks cool. It looks structural, but looks can be deceiving because that's actually where you put things like objectives. So objectives in this game, everything that happens in here is like built in.
It came out great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you like it?
It looks fantastic.
I'm glad.
Ah,
But
look at that. Look at that.
right? So it's all built in. It's all solid, stable. I mean, shit, stuff. Sorry. Here, let me just grab a couple other ones just so you can see, because there's one of these that I'm actually super proud of that I think is going to look really good. So these are the sorts of things like, so when you're playing the game, there's always going to be objectives and things like that, right?
Can you bring out one of those generators too? Or have you not? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, right. So any one of these, it's all the same system. They can all get plugged in,
Yep.
right?
Looks So great.
So tanks, and so like in one of the scenarios, like the very first scenario that you're going to play, you're going to these and interacting with them to extract VPs.
Crimson, the thing is, you don't have to magnetize them because they're capped off at the top.
They just stick.
Yeah, there's no need to magnetize anything.
No, they just go together. They're Legos, right?
Yeah.
It would be like magnetizing Legos. Although, I mean, on the crafting side, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Right?
but there's truly no need.
Right? So let me grab a couple more of these. Right? We got our rusty caps on here. Right? There you go. It just looks like terrain.
So good.
It's so good. Anyway, yeah, you want to get them pressed in super good so they lay flat and you get your diorama type feel, right? But that's basically it. There's a mission where these like fallen pipes here are like where you're fighting over like oxygen reserves. So you're like different part. You have to split your team up into two groups. God, it's too good. It's too good. But anyway, yeah, I mean, now you can see, right? It's Legos. They go right together. You grab these bad boys off of the top.
Yes, they can go into a 90-degree corner with ease.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is it, right? And,
Essentially like this. So you'll take this and you'll do...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah, either side of it.
90 degrees. Boom. That
Right?
easy.
And then you just put the lid on. This is how it works. Like, this is the whole thing. And there is a bunch of extra pieces like this, right? So these extra pieces here, these come apart. And these extra pieces here on the ends are what allow you to put together absolutely any configuration that you want. It is really good. It's really good, basically. Yeah. Now, Sasachas, do you do any sort of clear coating over the terrain to keep wear and tear down? I think that's a good idea. I will talk maybe a Munitorum spray or something.
Maybe a matte spray, clear coat.
Exactly. But you know what was funny?
Okay, I don't want to break this. How do you get it off?
Oh, no. It's easy. It's easy. You can't. Because this whole piece.
Yeah, show me how it works.
This whole piece is actually just a solid. No. It's because this part right here is glued.
I know.
It's easy. Boop, boop. It's just that these are actually.
Look
it's
at
a
that.
brand new set.
Yeah. Gotta wear it in.
Yeah, exactly. I think eventually it'll slide in there, and the caps will just keep them nice. But right. But no, I am like weirdly proud of this. These pipes. Like.
They're great.
I'm very proud of these dumb
awesome.
pipes.
Listen, they look awesome.
But here, I mean, I think that a great, something that we could do easy is probably just, I mean, I can finish the other side of this terrain.
Yeah, we still got time. So.
Exactly, and then I'll show off.
Let's
I'll show
put
off
a
some of the
scenario
other.
together.
Exactly right. I'll show off some of the other stuff that I had a chance to build. But yeah, Victor, I mean, that's what excites me about the idea that this is going to be a year of content because. You know, if it's all together and it's all set up in such a way that we can play with and enjoy it and it all hooks into each other,
right?
That, I don't know. I would collect that. I would invest in that, I guess. All right, other side. Here we go. But it's so funny. Like when I was out working on all this stuff and I was away from home, I was like, I need to get some kind of a sponge. So my rust layer up here on the top, if you can see that. Yes, narrative play, I think is the key, Crimson. I'll explain what I mean in a second. First, let me talk about this.
Let me talk about how great my rust is.
Yeah.
Is it real?
No. It's just funny what I had to do to do it.
It's great.
So it's lead belcher with the Cryptek shade over the top.
Yep.
The Cryptek armor shade, which is another. I think that's another winner in the set for me. That's another like obvious call. And then it just has that awesome copper that I like, the Hashut copper. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to find, I was like thinking about destroying like a dish sponge or something like that to get the tool.
To swap
and then
it on.
I realized that my whole case
Was made out of foam?
was pluck foam.
Was foam. We literally just pluck it out.
Exactly. I plucked it out, and it's like the perfect, because it has long sides, short sides. I was like, this is it. This is it. I'm the smartest person alive, maybe ever.
Just took a bit to get there, but you got there.
Yeah. But I arrived. That's the key. Okay. But yeah, the different pieces, the different sides clocking together, doing the stuff that they should do, making it easier to set the table up is very good. Now, what does a set of these run? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It just
I don't know
opened
what
up.
No. Pre-orders open up on September 3rd.
September 3rd?
This weekend.
Okay, so I was just going to say, it's very soon.
Saturday,
right?
yeah.
And it comes with a bunch of things that you haven't seen. Also, this book that contains a ton of scenarios and all the rules for the kill teams. It comes with the Imperial Navy Breachers and the Kroot Farstalker Kin Band, both of which are really, really interesting and bring a lot to the game, I think. And there is another type of campaign enunciated in the back of this book, Crimson, and that's all I will say. Obviously, I think that you could have a lot of fun with Spec Ops, and I think that's probably the next.
Yep.
That's the next area for us to explore. Because as part of the sponsored streams, I did a lot of reading about exactly how those function.
Right.
And I think we've really been missing out. I think that there's a lot.
Something that
there's a lot for us to enjoy.
Great.
In that context, I think.
Oh, look at that. Just a little bit of the auric on this silver on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the auric is the sauce. I love that stuff.
Man, put it on everything if I could.
It's like A1. Oh, Phobos Marines are legit, BC. Phobos Marines are really, really nice. And that's a very small, kill team. Like, the Imperial Navy Breachers and the Kroot Farstalker Kin Band, those are, upwards of 10 models apiece. So, as kill teams go, they're on the more painterly side. And our poor Kiko has been going hog wild on those to get them ready for the stream.
Yep. It's going to look fantastic.
Oh, but everything that we have seen has been out of this world.
Oh, it's been, mind-blowing.
But the Phobos Marines, like that's, I think, 6 guys.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Like,
great.
That would be an easy way to do it. And they released the free rules for the intercession squad.
Oh, fun.
So that would just be like a, that's, I think that tops out at 6 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they have, you will love them in there. You will love the way you look inside Kill Team as the Phobos Marines. They got this Omni Scrambler that can really, really mess up enemy activations. It's sort of like what Kiko can do with the Night Haunt.
Okay,
where he can hit you. So imagine being able to basically confer.
Just win.
Act last. Right?
Yeah.
Ugh. In a game where you're choosing model for model initiative and activation. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, but I was glad that they dropped that rule set.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think that, it's going to be so easy to get Mike in, right? Because Mike has got so many Black Templars ready to go.
Yeah, that's great.
He'll throw one of those. He'll be able to throw one of those on the table right away.
Yep. And it feels good to drop in with the army that you really enjoy.
Absolutely.
You enjoy, right?
Well, and especially because for him, he really loves the Black Templar narrative and the story. And so the idea that they would have to handle something at a very small scale, it makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
So Sassachaz, not as such. It isn't like it's a Black Templar kill team that has a bunch of Black Templar specific rules, but the Intercession Squad will basically let you cook up something, and it has a bunch of choices in how you configure their special rules. So you can use that to build something that feels. You can use that to build something that feels right for your models.
Look at these. I love the red on these little pipes. Just
Yeah, it just jumps out, and
Just really
especially
jumps out.
over the base coat, it looks filthy and nasty, like in one step.
And you based everything with lead belcher on here?
This is a bunch of stuff that I found
Oh, okay.
at True Value Hardware.
So Rust-Oleum.
Well, we know that it'll live up to being outdoors. But yes, I had ultramarine spray over the top would have been interesting. But I liked the idea that it would have a metallic texture.
Yep, absolutely.
I want the bulkhead to get sold. This was a outdoor furniture, like if your mom wants to redo the patio type paint. I should have just gotten regular paint. I see that now. I should have asked Eric. I should have gone to Eric's store.
Yeah. We're open.
Beavis and Bulkhead?
Wow.
Oh, absolutely, Crimson. I was able to get that Death Guard kill team I was talking about before. I was able to get that really far along with a can of Death Guard spray. I mean, that's most of it. Come in and do some rad highlights and some fleshy bits. You're ready to go.
Rocky and Bulkwinkle.
This is wickedness.
That's just horrifying.
Goblin Gnome, this is a sponsored stream. We're trying to look cool.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I can say.
Yep. Well, there goes that. I was like, man, look at my reds. Look at this.
Dude, I've never been so happy painting a lever. I put a little paint on a lever, I feel like $1 million.
Yeah, it's great.
Look at these levers.
Just all over.
Lever
yeah.
2000.
Lever, yeah, the lever to beaver.
Yeah, I can see that, Coz. And they're quite sticky too. Well, hopefully they'll be happy to hear that, Crimson. Well, Crimson says that you can tell GW this stream definitely changed my opinion on the box for the better. Well, and Crimson is pretty hardcore too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Having so much fun. Losing it over here.
I can hear it. It's great.
I just like to paint a little dot.
Listen, I just like to paint my little
I
guys.
just want to paint a dot on something. Is that too much to ask?
Will you just let me paint these dots?
Hey, so what did you do with that vent?
Which vent?
Because you
I
had
got a lot of vents.
Oh no, I mean agree.
What vent?
Because it looked like you had done something cool, like with the light. Was it a vent that was on the ground? Oh, it was. It was that tiny group of.
Oh, this vent. I'm like, wait, because there's a lot of vents. I've got vents on the terrain we're making. I got vents here.
There's at least 12
We
vents.
are like inundated
We're
with
vented.
vents.
We're venting.
So I basically did a dry brush of the auric just on the edges. So it's like the light
the
is
frame. It's
like-
just like the frame.
Yeah, so the light is just crackling over the top of it.
Yes. Oh, Crimson. I'm always overjoyed to see it in there. You have added a lot, in my opinion. And you painted a really cool Magnus for my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a multi-event scenario. We have to just come to terms with that.
Yeah. You pimp my Space Hulk. Are you ready
Yeah, with a year of...
to see your Space Hulk?
Oh, man. This is the thing, dude. It's like, we're not even playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good times.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, I kind of want to...
Dude, Kiko, listen, you got to laugh from Kiko. That's very difficult. As someone who routinely tries to make him feel anything.
To make him feel anything. To make him feel something deep inside. All right, I'm going to do something I think I'm going to regret. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work with this brush.
What you gonna do? You madman! What can you do? Oh, you're gonna do like a blood splatter on the skull? Mm-hmm. Is this a thing?
Not with this brush. I need a bigger...
More robust, a springier.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't work on this brush. But we'll do
So
it.
a more taut brush,
Yeah.
springier toothbrush. Oh yeah, toothbrush would be exquisite. That's the sauce. Okay. All right, a little bit of lead belcher up there.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that one little piece of blood dripping down.
you show the kids at home. What a pleasure.
Look at that. Look at that. That looks, man, that's just, I love this. Oh, look at that.
It's blood for the blood god, one presumes. Yeah, the Dreadlord Herc, you're right. The blood for the blood god technical paint is actually like a little intense.
Oh, yeah, it's...
It's a little scary, actually, in terms of how good it is. You're just disappearing into it, man. Are you on the prowl for? You're on the prowl for new details.
Yeah. This is a detail-rich environment.
It is. There is a lot. There's a lot to address on these on this terrain. And the truth is, I think that you could go. Well, I know for a fact that you could go much crazier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. But you don't have to.
Exactly.
And it still looks utterly amazing.
Exactly right. Because the geometry of it is good. And it has the two-tone sprays
Yep.
for everything that's a background detail. This is just the stuff that's jumping out. Mm-hmm. And then we have the diorama, and then this inside there with just enough light and shine for the haunted house. And then Kiko's models
Are just gonna
in full color inside the maze.
yeah, they're gonna pop. I want to see them like on the all over the terrain, like get little pictures of them like all around the whole diorama.
Well, yeah, because
you know,
you're gonna have the LEDs and stuff in there.
yeah.
I think it's gonna pop off really crazy.
there's a blood cannon we're putting in too. Just shoots fucking blood.
It's gonna be like a Guar show.
Yeah.
A blacklight action. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Scary crazy. Go in there, paint some messages in the reactive paint.
Yo.
That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool as an intro. because again, haunted house. That's the vibe, right?
Yeah. Can I borrow that Tezrak
Heck yeah,
globe?
dude. You're going on the. Oh, that's right.
No, there's
there's
like
a couple small screens.
There's like one little node that I just want to hit.
Exactly right. Yeah, there's a couple small screens over there, right?
Oh yeah, look at that one down there.
Underneath the skull.
Yeah, underneath your skull.
Under the skull downtown. Let's see. Where are you? Yes. Balthazar Gold. Balthazar Gold is it.
Yep. You gotta love it. You gotta
Balthazar
respect it.
Gold is my friend. Oh, dude, why not? It's because it's old, right? We don't actually know everything about the origin of the Gallowdark Keek. Like, why not get some of those forbidden pamphlets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if you ever want to do something else, Dreadlord Herc is suggesting Hexwraith Flame for a screen as well. If you want to try it,
Oh, that's
I
fun.
have that here as well. I'm a fan of both of those just because I was a Necron proponent. So anything that gives me glows, especially if I can get a couple different ones on the same model, is good times for me. Yeah, microns in general are great craft tools.
Oh yeah.
Panel lining markers probably pretty good too. That was one of the funny things. Once Mike started really getting into it, he's just like, it's like a little Gundam,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Well,
it's like-
it helped because we got him a dreadnought. You know, that really sealed
Yes.
the deal. They're like little Gundams. It's great.
but yeah, that's when I knew that we had him, and there was no escape.
There's no, yeah.
All right, well, Lead Belcher. Lead Belcher.
It was coming.
Ooh. Lead Belcher. Ooh. Lead Belcher. Whoa. They can license that song if they want. Are you pleased?
Yeah.
Are you not
I
pleased?
can't stand up right now.
No. I mean, this
thought it
is
was great.
this is the thing. It's like, it's just when we decide to stop, but eventually we'll have to stop.
I don't want
Oh, dude, hold on. You went red with the upper pipes too?
to. Yeah, look at it. It's great. They're just pipes.
Dude, that's nice.
Give me pipes.
That's nice.
I was thinking about doing a couple like a dark reaper or like a blue, like like this.
Oh,
dark.
there you go. Yeah. I can see a
Yeah.
blue pipe. I have a lot of the, even in the smaller ones that I have in the extra kit, where the idea is sort of that like there's the red like Mechanicus type pipe, and then it's typically accompanied by like a smaller blue pipe
Yeah.
on the rest of it. So that actually is legit. All right, Mephiston.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
all done, I guess.
you know.
You looking for another chunk?
Yeah. Come on.
Well, here I was just gonna say. I mean, let me show off a couple. You can get a sense of where else it can go from there. Let me just
What
put
else it can do?
exactly.
What we got?
Let me just put some red on these eye bulbs.
Ah. Oh God, it looks great.
Man, this is gonna be all right.
$1,000,000.
But listen, and then we get to play games with our friends using these pieces of plastic that we painted.
Look at that. Oh my God, it looks so great.
See, this is the thing. We have a magic camera, a black magic camera. And
a great lighting from Josh.
Yeah, exactly. They look, it makes everything that you do in the studio look so righteous.
Oh God, it came out so cool.
All right. Red dots for everybody. A couple more needles. Some lead belcher spray on the wires. And I think these 2 chunks are good. Now, I was just going to say, so that this one you might really like. Take a look at this. Show it off, actually.
All right.
Right? Like, I think that one is going to have, that one has got artistic potential.
I love this. I love that I can just do that. But look at what we can do here. We can put some, if we wanted, some aethermatics on these nodes here. We can.
Oh no, exactly right. So I already primed those with the Wraith. The only thing is, like, do you want to do another Wraith under to give it a really even base, right? But here's the cool thing. So there are also one of the other objects in here.
Oh, I love this thing. I love this little generator.
Here, I was just gonna say. Here, I'll put this over here.
Do we have a slot?
It does. I just want to show them. I just want to show them the generator first.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. So this is just more terrain that I was painting when I was out of town. I really like to paint a dial a lot. Maybe too much.
I got a thing for dials.
We love this. We love these coils. And we like the glow on top.
Yeah, but what?
And the red pipes. And then what? I heard you like dials and vents. Well, how about these dials?
There's a lever over here.
How you like them dials? All right, now, but the scenario. This is the funny part. There's multiple scenarios where this is part of the terrain, and it is designed.
Dun 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 dun. Come on.
Now, obviously, it isn't part of the other system, right? It doesn't plug into the wall parts, but its purpose, it's these coils. What? Coils. You feel the energy.
What a treat. What a treat.
Oh, man.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's too much. It's too much joy. At this point, it's reaching weird levels of joy. Goblin, would you? I need to be put down. Be put out of my misery.
That's so easy to. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And like for the other pieces, like obviously we want them to stick in and like stay stable. I think after a while, those are going to slide in easy, and then it's just going to be the caps basically that make everything rigid and stable.
Right.
Oh, corpocracy. Dude, the doors open and close. Dude, the doors.
Corp, you just wanted to see it again,
didn't you?
This
guy?
Yeah.
Here, no, absolutely the doors.
I don't have a door. You got doors right in front of you. You got like 9 doors in front of you.
Well, here, hang on. I got. What, you mean like this door?
Whoop, 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 whoop. Ow! It's so cool.
It's very surprising.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the most important part, Corp, is that it's all hooked in to it's hooked into a rule system that is designed to make them like functional and not like a pain.
Right.
So there's special
rules.
Exactly. And this is another separate piece that I painted. But I like to be able to push that piece on really tight, that middle piece, onto the objectives, and then just stick it against it. But you can see there's a lot to like. Now, El Funko, listen, the door. Yes, this is actually a sponsored stream, but because this is not out yet at all. So the main thing to keep in mind, El Funko, is that there's door actions, like specific ones. So you can spend the cost of opening the door during a move action. That by itself is going to make life better. right?
Oh, and everything about it.
Well, and you had a character in the Imperial Navy breachers team that can weld them shut, which makes them cost more
did with great
APs to
extent.
open.
I welded 3 doors in one game. It was great.
In the video game, you would have gotten an achievement.
I feel like I should
Right?
have.
Absolutely. Now, the other thing is that, I don't have any models with me, but obviously one of the things that's going to be frustrating about this is like, okay, if I want to move a model from here, do you have access to a model? Just take a look. Grab one of my Gene Stealers.
I got 1 million in my office. So
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
What do you got? Perfect. All right, so look at this. Look at this mutated gentleman. He wants to talk to you about car insurance. No, so here's what's cool about this.
It's like, what can I do to get you into this hatch today?
Exactly. Get you into a space hub today. So here's the hook. Any enemy that is within what this game calls a circle, which is like a 2-inch area, not wholly within, but anybody who is within a white circle on this side is a valid target for this model to attack, even though they're not technically in engagement range. Hatchway Fight is just another new action. That's why I say it's like a 1.5. It's another new action that specifically is designed to make playing the game fun and not a pain, right? So this dude, anybody who is within out there, anybody who's within white of this area is a valid target, right? That's hot by itself. Also, you can't move through me. So I can use my Hatchway Fight actions to kind of block it off. I can set this character up with a guard action, so that let's say that you do come rush me, I can respond if you're up close with a fight action or different types of point blank Overwatch.
So delightful.
But the main thing that's cool about this is, do you see this whole thing up here, like this bar, right? When this is closed, it's closed. This is basically a wall for all intents and purposes, right? The bulkhead. When this is open, you can move within a triangle of this door on either side.
You don't have to physically go through the door.
Exactly. The model does not have to be able to be right here and then go through. Even from the sides, it's designed to make moving through them and using them easy. Is there any action for marksman characters to take pot shots down corridors when something comes into view? Yes.
Yeah.
The guard action will allow them to.
And we'll get into that.
Yes. During the Learn to Play stream.
In the Learn to Play stream.
Right. Yeah. But yes, they have altered the game. Like, they have added rules specifically to deal with those types of situations. It's really hot. Gosh, is there only 7 minutes left?
I think
How?
I think we should show them how quick and easy it is to put a scenario down.
A full scenario would take me a minute.
Well, I mean,
but I'll grab a couple chunks and
some
throw them
alleys.
together for
Make
sure.
some alleys.
For sure. Yes, improved gameplay rules.
Actually, to be honest, it only took you 10 minutes last time to put it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got pretty good at it when we were doing our games, just because we wanted to try different scenarios, right? But yeah, I mean, let me put this stuff over here. I think I got this. I think this is where I want it to be.
They look amazing.
Except for the lead belcher up the top. I'll get that when I get home. But yeah, I mean, all these pieces here. Let me grab. Do I already have one of my other chunks? Oh. I'll show that next, right? So I don't know. I really like this set. So watch this. Basically, you have a couple different types of terrain pieces. So take a look at this. You can see that this actually has the triangle pieces at the end, which can either be capped off to be the ends of alleyways or whatever. But basically, it makes them complete like this middle piece. This doesn't have anything like that, right? But it does have modular pieces in the middle that you can plug things into. So this can be part of a wall system that goes in the side like this. That's no problem. And you already saw how we can make 90-degree angles with these triangles. These triangle pieces, they fit no matter which way you put them together.
Exactly. They're going to fit.
The base unit is kind of clever.
Yep.
In that respect. You can see here that we have the smaller version of the other one, and it has its own. I mean, this is the one that actually has like a bulkhead door.
So technically, you could do something like, correct me if I'm wrong. How does this, like that, and make an alleyway? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here.
Or did I do it wrong?
Oh, no,
I did it wrong.
That's upside down.
Yeah. Well, sure.
No, you're not super wrong.
Look at that.
You can go in here and make an alleyway like this. Put a couple caps on.
That feels so good and so quick.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying you just lay those hats on the top. But here, this is one of the things that I think is really actually rich and characterful from this set. So, you know how in the very, very beginning, like the scouting phase of Kill Team, you basically are choosing a couple of different special powers, right? We're going to be placing barricades. Like we always get to place barricades, but you have the choice to place an extra one. Something that I like about Into the Dark is that, base Kill Team comes with these, right? Here, I'll scoot this back.
Okay.
Base Kill Team comes with these barriers, right?
Tell me, what does Into the Dark come with?
But I'm just saying, I hope there's an orc set for this, Shadowner, because this would be amazing. If you don't want to put this out, I mean, I can see this in Imperial Navy Breacher. I can see them putting something like this out.
We enjoy those, so
Right.
don't shame us for it.
No, exactly, and we wouldn't.
But tell me what's in the box.
Basically, they have put in fully 3 different, like Gallo Dark, Into the Dark themed terrains. So
Look at the tubes.
you like the tubes?
Look at the tanks.
Right? So when you're reaching for it, because at the beginning you get to place 2, and you can place a third one depending on how you scout. But when you're reaching over there, now you're sort of like, there's a curatorial aspect. There is Crimson, exactly. Like, not only is it great scatter terrain,
Right.
but in this, like in these hallways, this is no joke.
No, yeah.
Like, that's no joke. Now, the rules are specific. You can't be placing barricade type terrain within 6 inches of the enemy base. They can't be right by each other, and they can't be right by doors. So they're trying to keep it from being a pain, right? But you can still really...
Yeah, you can ruin someone's day.
Because...
You did ruin my day when you did that.
Exactly, because they're traversable,
Yeah.
which means you can get over them, but it costs an entire circle of movement, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much to Games Workshop for letting us play around with their really cool new set. Obviously, as Arena fans, we're delighted to have a chance to have like our Arena back.
Yeah, Sass, this is all in the box.
Oh,
you get all of this. There's nothing extra.
We haven't shown anything that doesn't come in the box.
It is all in the box. It is an
and the book
amazing
that has a bunch of lore, 2 armies, a new campaign style, a full 9 mission spec ops type campaign as well. But lots of gubbins, lots of there's 5 distinct classes of these objective type pieces that, again, you just build right into the walls.
Yeah.
Everything feels consistent. It's all of a specific look and vibe. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I hope you've had a chance to slake your curiosity where Into the Dark is concerned. And if not, well, we'll have more content for you. What are the dates, Mr. Benson?
Next Tuesday the 6th
and?
from 3 to 5, and the 8th. Tuesday we'll be doing the Learn to Play.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the 8th, Thursday, we'll be doing just a free-for-all open battles.
Yeah,
going through the scenarios.
Exactly, because we have a bunch of scenarios that we can try out, but that first one, that's going to be pretty friendly, get to know you, easy to learn, and our
learn
fantasy,
all the mechanics, right?
Yes, and
especially from I want to see Mike go through this. Kiko's had exposure to Kill Team, but this is so brand new for Mike.
And there's stats that are going to make sense to him.
Right.
Like he's going to see that that save, and he's gonna be like, okay, I think I understand what
recognize
that
some
means.
of this, yeah,
But then
yeah.
he's gonna look at like the defense stat or GA and APL and some of that stuff. He's like, I guess I don't understand exactly what that is.
Right.
Right.
But that's fine. Like it took me 3 games to learn like really the synergies of that Imperial
Absolutely.
Navy where everything was working together.
Yeah.
The GAs using the breachers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty hot stuff.
Once that like light bulb turns on.
Absolutely. But just like the other streams that we do, our fantasy scenario is that we can sort of introduce or invite you into this hobby, make you feel like you belong here, give you the tools that you need to play these games with your friends. That's the mission. We got 2 more just like it coming up next week. Hope to see you at PAX. We will certainly. We will certainly have this set, but we will not be able to show it
to you, yeah.
It's going to be it's our private reserve essentially. That's something that we're going to be able to enjoy. But we will.
Actually, technically,
I am going to have my teams with me. So if there's an opportunity to put something down on the table, I'm going to definitely do it for sure. But hey, thanks so much to Josh. Back on the decks. Thanks to Ghostly. Thanks to the notorious EJB, Azerbaijan. Thanks to GW for letting us play with the cool toys. I'm Jared K. Horkrooms, your internet friend. We will see you next time.